All right, Coach Jones, holla at us about this defense, man.
I'm so proud. Oh man. So our defense didn't start off doing too good. As we all know, Justin Fields was going to be involved in the rushing game. I'm not gonna lie, the game happened the way I wanted it to happen. Justin Fields, who I picked as my fantasy quarterback, who he's one of my fantasy QBs, he had a very good game, four
Mhm.
total touchdowns, but they lost, and that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted to have a good game, but I wanted them to lose. Yeah. The Lions had a hard time controlling him in the first half. Calvin Shepard said he didn't want to run a QB spy for most part of the game. We didn't run a QB spy. There were a few times when I think I seen Josh Pascal where he crashed down and
Mhm.
they broke outside. And I don't know if that was a design, but I didn't see any force player there to force him back inside or contain, as you like to say it. So I don't know if they were breaking contain in the first half or they were crashing down, but it wasn't looking good. It wasn't looking good. It was 24-10, and I'm like, oh man. But then AG had them boys. He said, "Come here, y'all. Come here, y'all. Hey, hey, stop playing around, man. Let's get to work." They went back
Mhm.
out there, man, that fourth quarter, and they played and they played contained. They still didn't QB spy too much. Maybe they did periodically here and there, but for the most part, they just played contained, man. And they kept Justin Fields in that pocket, and the key piece was Julian Okora.
Mhm.
Julian Okora's athleticism on that edge, and they moved Aiden Hutchinson to the inside, and they had somebody on the outside, whether it be Charles Harris or Julian Okora, and I think that helped having a quicker defensive tackle in there and Aiden Hutchinson and having the end on the outside of him containing Justin Fields, man. But it was a good man. I'm just so proud of them boys, man. I almost wanted to cry. I want to wipe the tear from my eye, man. And in my last little part, man, is Kirby Joseph had a rough game. Um, he went from a great game to, man, he had a rough one. And
Mhm.
but that he's a rookie, man. That's the learning, man, and he will get through this. And I'm just happy the defense
Yeah.
stepped up, man. What y'all got?
Yeah, it didn't help that his stablemate back there, the veteran, went out earlier in the game for that touchdown. That Deshaun Elliott went out with a concussion, but that didn't help him. I'm not saying that because with all his CJ Moore, stepping in, he's not the same person. He's not the same player as a Deshaun Elliott. He doesn't
Right,
have that
right.
communication with uh with the rookie Kirby Joseph
Yeah.
that Deshaun Elliott has. Aiden
There's a few
Hutchinson,
players with that communication, boy.
Aiden Hutchinson played a hell of a game, man. Man, he RKO'd. Oh boy, man, he don't.
Yeah.
That's like that. And I got that from Roy the Lions UK. He like, did he just RKO'd? Oh boy, yeah, he did. He RKO'd what was that, Montgomery? The goal line, man.
Yeah.
He just said he just I was like, that's sweet, man. Okuda. 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 He didn't have a great game. They didn't really throw towards him. But at one time, on Chase Claypool, they didn't really run towards him either. So they had one tackle, but that pick six was big. That pick six changed the
Yeah.
momentum
Game
of the
picks.
game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It got the game tied. Even when Justin Fields ran the touchdown after that, but it was like it put us right back into the game. And I was like, yeah, we right there. The game is good. But like you said, Junior Quar, it was a bunch of guys that made some plays, man. The run defense got gashed, but it's to be expected. That's the number one rushing team in the league. They don't throw the ball that often, but I think we can get it fixed because we facing Saquon Barkley next week, so we got to make sure that thing is right
Mhm.
going up to
Yeah.
Meadowlands because that dude will gash you and gash you
Yikes.
and gash you. So, but it's a different type of environment because you don't. Even though Daniel Jones he's more of he can run when he's scrambling, like when he has to. It's not a design run for the Daniel Jones. So
No, they do that too.
his
It
running
might be.
ability is
It
different.
might be this week.
Yeah. So
No,
we
they
just
do
gotta
that
fix
too.
that run defense. So, but that's what I got, man. But Okuda and Aquar and a couple other guys, man, made some big plays during that game. I just like that we bowled up when we needed to. That defense bowled up and made plays when they needed to. All right, what you got, LL?
Adjustments, man. They it wasn't the best game. You know, it wasn't the worst game either. Some big plays made by Aiden Hutchinson, by J.O., of course, by both J.O.'s, Jeff Okuda and Julian Okoye. So big time to see those guys step up. You know, some guys we've been kind of waiting on to do some things. They finally, showing some signs of life. And it came at no better time than against, a division rival, man, in Chicago, man. I like this. I hope that we can keep these types of things going, between us and Chicago, us and the Vikings, and fuck the Packers. We can step on them too. But I just like the whole rivalry of it all. I liked it. And I'm glad that, like we all said, it's just showing some things. It's showing a growth and maybe a growth and Aaron Glenn, because we got to see some adjustments that we hadn't seen, or maybe we did see the adjustments, they just didn't work, and they finally decided to work out this time. Of course, you mentioned it, Kirby Joseph. One thing, he didn't have the best game. He took a gigantic step back, but he stayed aggressive. He stayed out there. He stayed playing hard. So that's all you can ask for him here, rookie. He'd get it figured out. But big pick six, man. That's the big difference in the game, man. Usually it goes the other way. Our guy gives the ball away. And that'd be the difference. This time, that was a difference for us. So great team win, great defensive play. And goddamn, fuck them Bears, man.
I hate to catch the rest of this segment. Go ahead and tune into the rest of the show right here in Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors, man. And the full show is available right there on our YouTube channel, right where you're checking this video out. So go back and check out the rest of the show.